Hi everyone and welcome back to Friends Dash Talk. I don't know if we say the dash. Do you say the dash?
Sometimes.
Just welcome back to Friends Talk. Today we have an interesting topic, but before we go on, I want to introduce everyone that's here in the room. To my left side we have...
My name is Darian Daly.
What's your name?
Darian Daly.
Okay, you sir?
My name is Mr. William, Dwayne Williams. Some of you know that's Friday nights, February nights, Night Live. February Night Live, yeah. Yeah.
The group.
Yeah.
Cool. And to my right...
I am Bobby Braceface, you know me.
Do we know you?
I know me.
But today we're going to be talking about peer
What's your
pressure.
name?
Oh, I don't have my shirt today, right? I forgot. It's because you guys don't know me, but I usually bring my t-shirt that says Diva. That way I don't have to be like introducing myself every single time. But I guess I don't have my t-shirt. Thank you, buddy.
It's like a uniform.
It's my uniform. Well, I am your host, Diva. One of your 1, 2, 3, 4th host. Host, not ho. Diva, and today we're going to be talking about peer pressure and what happens and how can you exactly avoid peer pressure, what to do, and what's going on around the world that makes us, instead of being leaders, to like follow, because basically that's what peer pressure is, right? What do you think peer pressure is?
What do I think peer pressure is? Well, my interpretation of peer pressure is basically wanting to fit in, and as a sense, it kind of starts to make you like do things that generally you wouldn't do, because you want someone to like you, so you would do things that wouldn't make sense just to fit in, just to get someone's likes.
What about you, Dawn? What do you think peer pressure is?
Getting pushed to do something that you don't want to do. Like, for example, I'm not a smoker. I don't have not smoked before, but you can be around friends that smoke a lot. Hey, they pressure you to do this. That's what you don't want to do. So you being your own self. You're not a follower, you're a leader. You lead by example of letting people know, hey, you can still be cool without smoking like that. So.
Okay, what about you, Mr. Bobby?
It's kind of human nature to be accepted and to but we as we grow and mature, we learn more about what's good for us, And but even still, sometimes when we find a comfort in something, sometimes we might go along with it, even if it's not necessarily good for us, or maybe it is good for us, and we just go along with it because it comforts us. So yeah, I think peer pressure is when you're kind of you're just being pushed to do something that you may not want to do really for yourself, but you want to do it because everybody else is doing it. And there's good and bad things about peer pressure,
True. And we're talking about peer pressure because as a society, as a group, there is a new game called Blue Whale going around the web. It's actually going around the web. And this game consists of people, basically I believe it's like hacking your computer, getting to know who you are, getting to know who your family is, getting to know where you work, where you go to school, how you feel inside as well. And this new game is called Blue Whale, and it has nothing to do with whales at all. And basically what it is someone messages you through Messenger or Instagram and tells you, hey, you've been chosen out of like the whole world to do these tasks. So it's basically from 1 to 50, and you have to do them. You have to do every task every day. So it's like 50 days that you do these challenges. And this game started in Russia. Started in Russia, then moved to Europe, then moved down south to Mexico, and now it's here in the US. And what it is they get you to bring certain blades. In art, I do believe that in art, artists use
Exacto blade.
exactly. You know, they have like different names, different numbers, 40, 50s, 49s, 43, the type of blade they use. So the first challenge is to purchase a blade. And then the second challenge is to start cutting yourself. Not lengthwise, not vertical, but I mean not horizontal, but vertical. So you not deep, and it tells you like it tells you don't cut yourself too deep, just a little scratch. And these games, these challenges increase with timing. You know, you need to get up at 4 in the morning, 4:20 in the morning, and watch scary videos. And then the next challenge is at 4:20, you need to go to the top of your roof and just look. Don't do anything dumb. Just look. It's basically like trying to control your fears in some way to like make you more aware of what you're doing and not be frightened. And then towards the end of this, you have to draw a whale. And that same whale that you drew, you have to implant it in yourself. So with that blade that you use, you're gonna like scratch that drawing off the whale, in whatever part of your body that you want to. And towards the end of at the end of this challenge game, it tells you to commit suicide. And teens are doing it. Teens are committing suicide. And you know, I think this has to do a lot with peer pressure. You know, you don't want to do it in your state of mind. You don't want to do it, but because someone is telling you and pressuring you to do it, you commit the act.
You know, though, I think this game or whatever in particular, I think it's a result of a lot of different things. Because number one, the internet. I think this game is definitely targeted toward a certain group of people, because I don't think not even any adults haven't really received this game, have they?
No. It's only
geared towards
teens.
teenagers, right? And,
meaning teens from 21 to 15.
Mm-hmm. And you know that's like a very influenceable like age and time period. You know they're learning a lot about themselves, or you know getting to know themselves, and they're just very influenceable. And I think it also. It says that they are like depressed. Like some of these teens are depressed.
Yeah.
So and also because the internet is so broad, you know anybody could say anything to anybody. Mm-hmm. And like that's the problem. That's the main problem, because you know there's just so much out there and so many like avenues. So I think that's the number one problem. And yeah, it's.
What do you think? Have you heard of the Blue Whale?
Yeah.
No, this is your first time.
This is my first time hearing about it and everything, and I do surf in there, but most of my time I'm at work. So Monday, if I get picked up hours and stuff, I'm at work or spend the time with my girl. When I do go on the internet or check the news, I don't hear nothing about. I'm hearing about certain things about bullying. How that little boy, sixth grader, was at school and committed suicide, and I saw the video on Facebook how the boy got knocked unconscious. Mm-hmm. There was no teachers around walking the hallway making sure things was good, and the boys was going in and out the bathroom, and then another boy is like they stopped and saw the boy, but nobody tried to help him, and then they found they did a fast frame, and then the teacher finally showed up and everything. I was like, hold up. First of all, where were the teachers? Last time I checked, there's a security guard or somebody, people walking the hallway and sitting in the hallway.
Yeah, that's the problem. I guess that's the problem that we have now, that we have no supervision of our kids, of our teenagers, of our young adults. You know, we let them be. What about how old are you, first of all? 24. How much time do you actually spend on the internet, on your phone?
How much time have I what?
How much time do you spend on the internet?
Pretty much more than I should.
Well, yeah, that's
So,
everybody.
that's
Everybody's
exactly-
like constantly in there, you know, and
Checking and
yeah.
stuff. But because he can fall into that range too. If he were to be super depressed, you know, I don't think he would commit suicide. But I feel like, cause they send you, there's another challenge that they send you a link, and you have to listen to their music that they sent you, and you have to watch videos that they sent to you. So I'm guessing that in some sort of way, they're brainwashing you
Absolutely.
to commit to making you do whatever it is that they want you to do. So if you are a depressed young man, they're gonna get a way to like mess with your mind. You don't think so?
Okay, first things first. I heard you said something about fear. It's some type of fear. At the beginning, you were saying like it's a way of bringing fear into these kids.
Because there's a lot of different tactics that they use. Like they have you cut yourself so that kind of numbs you to the pain, and then they have you like stand on the roof and just look. So it's like you're not, you know, it's taking away that fear.
I wouldn't say that has nothing to do with fear. I would say that the human nature it just shows how they keep coming up with different ways to, you know, to what's the word now?
Manipulate you.
Yeah, you know, I don't think that has to do with fear. And it has to do with one, low self-esteem.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and your brain power. I mean, if your brain power is if your brain is mentally strong, I mean, you shouldn't be easily manipulated.
But exactly. But like you said, if your mind is strong, but if you are going through depression, you don't think. But everyone reacts to depression differently.
I understand that. Hey,
Some people can never come out of depression.
Everybody goes through the battles differently.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that is true. But I mean, if you have the basics, things like suicidal. I mean, being suicidal is never. I mean, I understand that some people battles are. I mean, you wouldn't understand because you're not going through them. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But there's always another way out, and I wouldn't say that being suicidal and cutting yourself and thinking about jumping off the roof. I mean, what is that going to solve? How is that going to benefit you? What is that going to?
Or you're just gonna be out of the picture.
Yeah, but why would you want to be out of the picture?
Because he probably doesn't want to be in the picture.
Yeah,
anymore.
maybe they feel no purpose.
They feel no purpose. They just feel like the
Then
person.
create a purpose.
But you can't get them out of there though. They're so deep into depression that you can't. Exactly, everything's mentally. But did you know that your brain is more powerful than any source out there? Your brain can tell you are dead like this, and it can tell you are happy like this.
Yeah.
That's how people go through like bipolar. Because one day you can be as nice and sweet and loving, and then the next minute you can be like, run.
That is true, and that has to do with also your surroundings too. I mean, things like how you've been brought up,
Yeah.
Yep.
how you have you know, your society. Those are the things that contribute to actually how you look at life.
Yeah.
So I mean, if you have a good, you know, school background, you know, teachers showing you love and all that stuff, your parents,
Exactly.
you know.
Yeah, like what
And it
other
goes
influences?
exactly, and it goes back to like how you're being, how you're being taken care of by a village. That's why sometimes it says it takes a village to raise a child.
Yeah.
Well, sometimes that is true. It takes a whole
Yeah.
village to raise a child, and I kind of agree with what you're saying because my dad always says like, oh, he doesn't believe like in cutting. My dad is like, well, if you want to kill yourself, just hang yourself, and that's it. Like, don't be telling the world that you're hurting yourself.
Exactly, that's
And
like seeking attention.
it's seeking attention, but sometimes people seek attention quietly. Sometimes people seek for help quietly, and you never know. You know, we all are smiling in the outside, but we don't know what we carry in the inside.
Yeah.
And sometimes we can be smiling and being positive to other people, but in the inside, you don't know how that person feels.
That is true, but look at it this way. Bear in mind, everybody does go through their battles, right?
Mm-hmm.
Say for instance, hey, you're suicidal. I mean, to me, I'm just looking at that as selfish because you might think that, hey, I've been through the worst, blah blah blah, when literally you've been through nothing compared to somebody who's, you know, just normal, going, relax, and doesn't put a word on his head. So that's not really an excuse, because you don't really know what someone goes through, but at the end of the day, the demons that you're facing might be like nothing compared to somebody who's,
But sometimes it's a chemical imbalance too. Like sometimes it's like some things that we do, even as normal people, like as regular people that are not depressed or whatever, we do things that are, it's like it's for our personality, it's for us, so that like that's just what makes us comfortable. And then there are depressed people who are influenceable enough to play this game, they're just looking for a way out,
Yeah.
And this game is like
This game is the way out.
that's why it doesn't tell you the first challenge is not kill yourself, it's a slow burn, it's a
committed to
and it's a challenge, they got all these challenges nowadays,
but why would you, if you're sticking a way out, why would you do it through a game?
Well, you see, this is okay. We gotta think like teenagers. We can't think as the position that we are right now. We gotta set our minds to thinking like how teenagers think. Let's be in a position of a seven. I'll be a 15-year-old girl, and you guys be a 15-year-old boy. And with all this technology, and someone's like, "Oh, you've been chosen," and you've heard of this game that it's being played all over the world, and you just want to be curious to know what this game is about,
And there's been a whole bunch of like stupid challenges before this one.
Exactly.
Yes.
So
There has
Yes.
been a whole bunch of, and I'm pretty sure that okay, you're a teenage girl. I'm pretty sure that you're on it and you have seen that how other persons have killed themselves and all that.
Yeah, but maybe I'm thinking maybe I don't have. Maybe I'll go through the challenges and I don't have to kill myself.
What are you trying to prove?
I'm just trying to prove that I did my challenge. But I'm not gonna kill myself because I'm not stupid enough to kill myself. But then that's how you start thinking.
You're
Wait,
not
hold
stupid enough
on.
to kill yourself, but
You're
you
not
should play the game.
exactly. You have to think like a teenager. You have to think of like a 15-year-old girl that has everything. That has internet. That has a computer. That has no one monitoring her in the internet. You have to think like them. You have to think how they are thinking.
And
Put
they're really
yourself
isolated.
in their shoes. Yeah, go ahead.
Can I like break it down more
Okay, you go
and
ahead.
everything? Okay.
Like I'm doing breaks it down.
Let's say you in high school, grammar school and high school.
Yeah.
Did you play any sports?
Soccer.
Huh?
Soccer.
Soccer. Okay. Was you but good at it? Okay. No. I'm trying to use something that you're good at. Okay. Let's say you're good at it.
Yeah.
But I suck at it, but I love playing it.
Yeah.
And you part of the people, of the crew, the teammates, teasing me. You ain't nothing. You teasing, you bullying them.
Okay, first of all, I don't want to be in that example.
it's not you. But this is another kid that's being bullied by some other
It's
people.
bullied, but also. You don't have to be a bully just seeing it. You could be a bully of like you could be the captain. I'm just saying in general, you could be the captain, not seeing everybody's weakness. Even though you see I'm good, but I ain't good, but I know I can do better. But if you ain't not taking that time to get to know that person, you can break their spirit. Yeah, they can show up. Okay, cool. But do you really think about, are they really fulfilling their potential? If they have other problems stopping them fulfilling it, you see what I'm saying? Then it'll be in a better person. So if you fall into that depression, and that's hey, let's play this game right quick.
Yeah.
That's a truth or dare. You remember, y'all remember Truth or Dare? It starts like a cool.
Alright, let's do this.
It could be a cool game. It could be all start off cool, but every time you play it, they up the ante. So if you in that, you can still be that strong person.
Yeah.
You can still be that strong person.
I mean, I get what you're saying.
But I'm also saying it can vice versa. It can flip on you. You can end up being the one committing suicide than the other person who had a weaker mind.
Exactly.
Because he
It's all
felt,
in here.
because if you don't know, in the military, they show a whole lot of
They want to break you down so they can build you up, but
no, it's not only that. The military got so many ways.
Oh yeah.
Just not using a gun. They can, like, let's say, I want you to go do this for me. But you saying no, right? Alright, I can come back the next day. Hey, I need some help. So what you need, you can say, yeah, what you need help with? Well, here's a couple dollars and everything here for helping me out and everything. But not knowing it's the same thing he wanted you to do the day before.
So in other words, twisting it around.
It's
Yeah,
flipping around.
and that's what
It's
they're
like,
doing. They're using what they know about them to be like, oh, so you don't want to do anymore? Well, look, I just took a picture of your parents, so you have to do it. And you are so into this game that you are willing to do anything. It's just you need to. I'm not saying that I would do it. All I'm saying is that we need to teach our teens how to be smarter, how to start rejecting. If we start to teach them how to reject, they will reject.
and seriously, to have stronger minds. Really.
Yeah.
And
Normally, when I think of depression, I mean the first thing that comes to mind is just to be alone.
right, and that's dangerous.
That's very dangerous to be alone.
but technically it is, but it's all depends.
It's right.
Yeah.
It depends on what type of depression you in.
Yes.
If you lost a loved one, okay, you want to leave that person alone for a while.
For a while.
But you can still send, hey, texting, hey, everything be okay and everything, okay. Let's say 3 weeks go by. It's feeling like this. Okay, you know what, dude, or girl, I'm gonna come by and pick you up. Your ass is getting out this house. We finna go have some fun. I understand that. But if you been a real friend, or you can be an asshole.
You could be.
You can be an asshole and do the person even more damage.
Yeah,
than a person.
you could say, well, he died because of you. When you feel blamed, or when someone's blaming you, or when you feel like you are the problem, you want to remove yourself out of the problem. And if you're in a stage of depression that you don't see like no sunshine, there's no light there's no light at the end of the tunnel, then the right thing in your state of mind, even though it's not the right thing logically to do, but in your stage of mind, is to commit suicide. That's how people commit suicide. We're not that far away. What was that football player, Hernandez?
Yeah.
He committed suicide
Well,
in jail.
I think that's some controversy to that though, because I don't know if because they were interviewing his fiance today also, and that's up for debate.
He knew what he was doing.
I don't know if he even committed suicide though. Like there's been too many instances
he committed
where
suicide.
people were put in jail and then all of a sudden they died. They committed suicide.
Okay, but here's
Something
the
like
thing.
something to blame, but you know. That's
Okay.
Wait, what?
Back on the topic.
Okay.
It's still the same thing as committed. It's still peer pressure.
Years, and that we don't pay attention to it.
Let's ditch class.
No, it's basically like
That is peer pressure. That is fucking peer
technology.
pressure.
But it's more than that. That ain't nothing.
No,
They talking about-
That is the beginning of peer pressure.
Right.
That is the beginning.
Right.
That's how you peer pressure. Let's ditch class. Come on, let's not go. Hey, nothing's gonna happen. You'll remember. We'll be fine. It's just one day.
Right.
And then you do it, and you do it, and you do it. Oh, dude, have you smoked? Did you try weed? Let's do it. Come on, nothing's gonna happen. You're just gonna feel relaxed. Come on, let's go do it. Those are the beginnings of how you can be involved in peer pressure from the beginning, and how it can increase to these challenges of committing suicide.
I think that's
right.
That's extreme.
Well, that is extreme.
Here's the
but it's a
biggest.
power.
But here's the biggest one of even peer pressure. Okay, remember I was saying about the military, the United States. Okay, United States, we said the home of the brave, we free, you free in everything.
The home of the
Brave in everything. The
land of the free.
The land of the free. Okay.
Lies.
If you look deeper and deeper into it, it's a bunch of lies.
It's all a lie.
But if you think about it, Yes, we are. You have some people in America are friendly, are nice, but also you got people are two-faced on both ends. What I mean
Trump.
what I mean is technology. The army, the American, even certain parts of the country do it too, but actually in America, you can be thinking about something good intentionally, something to help the world out,
Yeah.
and flip it around. Something come on TV. You know how the old saying, read between the lines of what people saying. That is definitely going on in America more than ever. It's more than music. It's more on the internet. You could be looking at something you ain't intentionally click on that, but now it pops up something curious. So that's curiosity as a cat. It's like playing that game. It's manipulating you, and it's a secret message. Everything we do, sometimes not everything we do, mostly thing, but it's like it's not a hypnotized, but it's
every advertisement, everything.
I'm not-
If they are sending you specific videos, specific music,
Yeah.
music is so powerful.
Yeah.
Music can be you can use it in therapy. Music is such a powerful way. Teens express themselves but via music. We communicate with different countries. I communicate with him. He communicates with me because of my music. He may not know what it says, but he goes with the rhythm. We communicate with you guys towards your music.
Right.
If we don't understand what you guys are saying,
Right.
you might not understand what I'm saying, but through music has a lot to do with this game, because if they're sending you certain music can hypnotize you.
Right,
It's
and
not
then
like that.
it's like, it's one topic I want to touch on, and it's based on them. It's like, okay, it's about being bullied.
Yeah.
Okay, actually, one rapper talked about it in his music before he got killed,
Cool.
and that was Tupac.
I was just gonna say that too.
Tupac talked about this back in the 90s. And people I'm talking about, I don't touch on it as much, but I believe they are part, it's a lot more to a story. It's about the Illuminati. And
Yeah, that's their bullying.
they the one of the biggest bully and everything. If you don't know that certain, I read the stuff, but I don't talk about it as much. Because they can blackball you
Yeah, like this.
in a minute without you knowing.
No offense, people.
Because it could be a good thing that you're doing, they can still blackball you. You don't have to be, I could be an ordinary person doing something good. You could dislike me for that reason. You don't know what my background is because you dislike me. So, in order for them to succeed, they have to knock you off to make sure the human race is involved.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing about it. For Biggie and Tupac, they like this new guy, the new rapper out, the 18-year-old boy got the new music. This the old school rappers. I'm like, man, I don't care about that. I ain't trying to recognize them. I'm worried about me. Yeah, it's cool, but you have to give respect. It's not because of the Illuminati or nothing. It's about respecting your foundation. So how can I respect you if you don't respect me? Everything is part of something, and everything what we do is going to be a cause and effect.
Yeah.
So you can take whatever I say, you say, forget it. But you start doing research about it, but don't let it take you too deep, whereas it can get you out to save your life or the next person. Chicago is one of the biggest cities, one of the biggest cities that's so bad. There's people who want to downgrade Chicago. There's people who want to upgrade Chicago. When you talk about segregations and everything, it's a bunch of walls. Bunch of walls. Even though, what's your nationality? What's your nationality? I mean, you're a Jamaican or a Jamaican. Okay. Even though you're Jamaican, I'm African American. She's Mexican American. Because she just got your citizen, right? You almost get. He's African American. But you can have a white person. But the thing is, it can still be segregated. And you could diss each other down. Instead of me dissing you or me dissing you, we should be helping each other. The business, right.
I think basically what you're saying is there are bullies all over the place, and there are influences and peer pressure all over the board. So basically, we just got to stay focused on your mission and stay strong. Keep a strong mind.
Yes, and I mean, don't get influenced, guys. Like, I know sometimes we don't know what you guys are going through. We don't know what kind of depression you guys are in or what's inside your head. But I can assure you that your mind can play tricks on you even when they're not there. And if you guys, need to talk to someone, make sure you go speak to someone that you trust, because sometimes when you're depressed, you really don't want to talk to no one, And we as friends should know when someone is depressed, when, if you know that they are being low, being less smiling, you know your friends. I know my friends. And let's just keep an eye on that, guys, because it's very important. And this game may sound stupid to all of us because, we're in a stage of mind where we know what's right and what's wrong. And hell no, you contact me, FBI is gonna be on your ass. But that's how we're thinking, because our stage of mind, our ego are leveled. But for someone that their ego is not leveled, they're gonna want to try it. Maybe this is something to call attention, to make them look cool, to make them look better, and exactly.
Right.
So let's just make sure that
Be your own self.
Be your own self and follow. Make sure you're a leader, not a follower. And if you are following, make sure you guys follow the right crowd.
Remember, it could have always been worse. So
Yeah,
that's not the end of the world. Life goes on.
Life does go on. Moving on from topic. Right? Can we move on?
Wait, so what do you want? You want to talk about? You want to continue talking about bullying? You want me to ask?
Ask each and every one of them if they had peer pressure when they were in school.
Okay.
Like, for
He's like,
he is still very young,
Yeah.
and he is in college right now,
I am still very young too.
but he's younger. Sorry. So,
She's still saying that's our baby right here.
This is already, I am.
yeah.
What does he mean? What does it mean?
What does that mean? The word
Okay,
young?
go ask.
All right, okay, so who was? Oh, we're recording.
Okay.
So who was bullied in school? Anybody? Was anybody bullied? Any form of bullying?
Oh, I was.
Because we've all been through some type of peer
bullying.
pressure. No matter what it is, we've all done. And even if it was like you didn't want to do it,
You still did
You did it because someone else was doing it. So and it may not be a negative thing. It may not, it might be something that you want to do, but you still were influenced.
Yeah, I think it's mostly bad things that we're not supposed to do. We still do. I mean, who doesn't? You live and you learn, right? You fall, you just get up and do it again. I mean, even once it was done some pretty crazy stuff. And don't say no, because then you're lying. And it's a lie. But going back to, it is true.
So
it's
how
true.
were you
I was bullied in sophomore year of high school. Not cool at all. The football team wanted me to do their homework, for real. They saw that I was smart, and it's not my fault. You don't choose a class. You don't go to Polish just because you think you're gonna be. You're just gonna be there sitting down, not doing anything.
The whole team wanted you to do their homework?
Well, one team, there was like 5 guys that took Polish with me, so they were like, come on, do it, and like they would. Because bully doesn't just mean that they bully you down. No, bully means harassment too. That they're there.
Right,
Like you turn and you're like, what the heck?
Yeah.
Like, that's different types of bullies. So, I was dumb enough, and I just did one person's homework, and then y'all copy from each other. Like that's all. But like that's another way of being bullied when you're harassed, and you're like, okay, like. what do? You don't know what to do. You don't even want to go to class, and it's like, okay, awkward. But because you like school, I'm a person that I love school, so
How about you, Dwayne?
I got bullied and picked on and stuff, but I'm a fighter, but I don't show it all the time because there's scare factor and everything. And if two people for to bully me and you don't like me, for to jump me, I'm going to get help. Because of the fact that it is, if nobody around to know what really happened, it's most of their story, not my story of telling what happened and everything.
well, that's smart.
And I went through that all my whole life and everything, even doing an adult life. I don't have to fight you, but I found ways of trying to ignore you. If you don't like me because of this, I'ma still be me, no matter what it is. I guess I can change, but the only person who really changed me is a man upstairs, that's God. And if I want to change, I want to change for me, not for you, not for nobody else, but for myself, to better myself. Because there might be somebody going through the same thing like me, don't know how to get through it, and we got that far. It got far, but I can help save them to go into the deep end of committing suicide.
Yeah.
Or just robbing somebody, or ending their life going to jail. Because now these days with these kids and with these laws, it's like we as a human being gave up a whole lot of rights in America. And other countries started seeing it. And I feel like if I keep on doing what's right for me, for the next generation or whatever, I want to let them know, hey, this is what you need to know so you can evolve. And I want you to be better than me, so when you come around, you get more offer than people say, illegal. Nah, it's illegal. It's always getting around something.
Oh, it has to be the Mexicans. Okay. I'm just kidding. What about you? Have you ever been bullied before?
To be honest, I think everybody has been bullied.
Do you think everyone has been bullied?
Yeah, everyone has been through some sort of bullying in their life.
Yeah.
That's just my opinion, though.
So you've been bullied?
I wouldn't say no, but to be honest, I don't remember being bullied. I mean, I guess it was not that serious for me to remember it. But I don't know, maybe it's even being tricked or something simple as that. But,
Yeah. Just like people picking.
people picking on, maybe it's a crusher, I don't know.
Right.
But it never led to the point because, well, first of all, I'm a introvert person. I stay to myself, My headphones are always in my ears, classroom. I talk to people, but I don't know, it just takes so much energy.
You ain't got time to be influenced.
Yeah.
You your own influence, right?
Well, it never reached to a point where, I was suicidal or anything. I guess it all goes down to everybody fights their battles differently. Everybody wins their battles differently too.
Exactly.
Everybody learns, not everybody learns how to, but I guess I was one of the lucky ones who learn
You knew better.
Learn how to not let things bother me,
Things get to you?
yeah.
Okay.
It's just, I wouldn't say whatever, but probably because I'm more focused on important things, I have things to accomplish,
Nice.
But don't give up on it, and don't let nobody. For my advice, but as I said, even though you're saying all the good things, but it still can always be a person.
it's never gonna be easy.
Right. But don't give up. Don't sell yourself short, or don't sell yourself out for what you want to do, because it can always lead to a downfall. So that's what I'm saying.
Okay, moving on to next topic.
Wait, I've been bullied No, not at all, but you know, I ain't worried about none of y'all. It's
I'm
Chicago.
always cutting you off.
I'm being bullied by Chicago,
He is,
and
for real.
y'all better stop, cause I'm not playing.
He's gonna go
I'm
the
not-
building. No, I'm just kidding.
Nah, I ain't gonna go in the building, bro.
Because they haven't messed with me, watch them mess with me. Let's go on. But
She ain't
have you been bullied?
Not really, not like really, cause I always stuck up for myself too. Like, yeah, I had like in 8th grade and 6th grade, you know, like we used to like fight, you know, not like fight, but they would, you know, like trip me or like do little silly stuff, but I wasn't worried about that, cause you know, I would fight back, you know, and even like, it's weird, cause you know, sometimes you can feel people's, energy, or you know, you seem like somebody, it's like, all right, they about to be on some other stuff. But like nothing rarely happens to me. You know, like I'll walk past, you know, a group of, you know, crazy looking people, but they don't look crazy at me. You know, so but I mean this is me as an adult. But even back in the day when I was a kid, like I was never like influenced or bullied like that far. Cause just like you, like I'm like an introvert, extrovert. You know, I'm like a little bit of both, but I keep to myself a lot too, and I just don't go for like no silly stuff. And I've been peer pressured.
You have?
Yeah, but
What was the mostly extreme peer pressure you had? Oh, that's a good question.
that's a TVMA question that we'll answer right after this.
No, we're gonna answer right now.
I don't know. Something. It's illegal. I can't talk about it.
Would you say peer pressure is different from I want to say experience, but I want it to sound like forced experience, a good forced experience, if you understand.
Okay, I get what
Right.
you're saying. Yeah, it could be. I mean,
Let's say smoking. I mean, okay, you might see it as peer pressure, right? But say, hey, we are friends, and I say, hey, let's go smoke a joint. Would that be peer pressure?
if I've never smoked it before, and you know that I don't smoke.
Yeah, but you can't be judgmental, meaning you can't say it's a bad thing and you never tried it before.
True.
Like,
But
but it's like for me, okay, even though it is peer pressure, like this movie came out before you was born, called Friday, and Smokey asked Craig,
Exactly.
man, let's smoke this, Craig.
Yeah.
You don't got no job, Craig. You don't got nothing to do, Craig.
But he's just giving him.
He's pressuring.
Nah.
No, he wasn't pressuring him because Craig had just lost his job.
Right.
And he was just like,
He's trying to help him out, basically.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like, you know, he's thinking that's a way to, like, you know, take his mind off not having a job and stuff.
It was like a positive influence.
But it was a positive, but it was
Positive
positive.
peer pressure.
Right, but it was
Positive peer pressure.
right. But if you think about it, he was hesitant of not smoking it. No, anyway.
so what if I become a pothead? And then becomes like, who told you to smoke? And I'm
Because
like,
Craig eventually did become a pothead.
Exactly.
Right.
You have good time because you end up liking it. So it's a good thing because it's something you like.
yeah, okay, but I get what you're saying, I get what you guys are saying, but smoking is not, it's because society works in so many different ways,
Well, you see,
and you get
because-
tested,
you see,
to get a
because
good
I
job,
said-
you can't smoke, come on,
Nah.
let's be honest.
Yeah,
They
definitely.
test your ass, you cannot get a good job if you're not tested.
But it all depends.
It's true.
But it's all depends. But yeah, it is
It's
true.
true.
It's true, but it's all depends.
50-50 because I mean, the same like how you can get tested, you cannot get tested.
Right. So that's
Just-
No, if you're
Just
gonna
give-
have a good job, trust me.
Okay,
you're gonna get tested.
Diva, for real, okay.
For
That's
real.
it, but for real, that's not going for a job that consists me doing everything I couldn't. But I have a medical condition.
Oh,
If
that's different. That's so different.
That's why it's all the
I didn't say cigarette. I mean, cigarette. I can say not cigarette, but weed. Weed does not kill you. It does not.
Right.
Yeah, but
it does not.
explain that to society. Explain that to citizens.
There's so many things
That's
we
society. That's society. Society
exactly.
has.
Society is the problem.
Right.
Well, yes.
Society is the blue whale.
Yes.
Like I said, it goes, this, all this, like I said, it goes back before we was
Yeah, you
born.
could say
Okay,
cigarettes, alcohol.
right. And another,
alcohol, I could say, yeah. because
And alcohol is a
nothing
drug.
good for
Like
you.
alcohol
Yeah,
is
it's
a
nothing
drug.
good for you. Yeah.
right, okay,
Well, no one's proven
you gotta
that
be
it's good for
Excuse me?
you.
Excuse me?
People just people assume because it is. I guess it does help you because there's a lot of remedies that consist of weed, and I can bring my grandmother in here and she can talk all about how weed is good.
The list-
She
Yeah,
can
bring
use
us
your
some
body.
more. So-
Use to cure your body, not to consume it.
The list of weed, the list of benefits of weed goes on and on.
Do you smoke weed?
No comments.
That's not the. That's not.
It's just a question.
Do
It's a
you
question.
drink alcohol?
Yes, I drink
Okay.
alcohol.
Well,
Do you drink alcohol?
how is alcohol
Do
good
you
for you?
drink
That's
alcohol?
not the question.
Do you drink
How is alcohol good for you?
Okay, I can answer that. Alcohol is
Okay,
not good.
take-
Wait.
take-
Alcohol
they
is
use
not
alcohol.
good for me. It's not good for me. But I like to drink. I like to see what beer tastes like. What
Exactly.
beers around the world taste
Pretty
like.
much with the
But if you didn't
different strains
know-
of weed. But question, have you ever heard anyone smoking and having an accident? I'm pretty sure you heard people drinking and having an
People
accident.
that smoke weed can sometimes.
Have you ever heard of
hallucinate.
it?
No.
Have you ever
Okay,
heard of
how
someone
many-
smoking weed and
I
having
don't
an accident?
know.
Okay then, look it up. If
Nah.
you're defending it or whatever.
Drinking-
Okay,
alcohol,
I'm
yeah.
just saying. I'm just saying.
That's what I'm
you
saying,
Guys,
it's not
you
even
guys,
valid.
okay, you guys are saying people. Obviously, if weed is in your system, they're not gonna say he died because of an overdose of weed. Can they say that one?
No, you've never heard anybody die of overdose of weed.
All right.
No, I know. No one has died
But
of
you've heard of
overdose
drinking.
of weed.
But you've heard of people,
Yes, dying
Yeah.
because of
But
alcohol,
it's still drinking
smoking, cocaine. And alcohol is a drug. I already mentioned that drug. It's number one killing drug is alcohol. It's true.
Here's the thing. Here's the whole thing though.
But
The whole
also-
thing over everything.
The
Like
whole thing about peer pressure.
everything. Too much of anything is not good for you. Number one.
Yeah.
There are goods and bads in a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
But it depends on like how it is for you. If you have an addictive personality and like, hey, I introduce you to coffee and you start going overboard with coffee. Some people
There's
did
people
just
that are
die
yes.
off coffee.
yeah, caffeine.
Right.
Right.
So
That's true.
that doesn't necessarily that's what it is for you. So at the end of the day, just because you're peer pressured into doing something, it's up to you to
Can I
decide
say
whether or not it's
something?
for you.
Can I say something? I've met people that are addicted to weed. Weed is addictive.
So that's not the
wait,
point.
wait,
So
no,
what's
no,
coffee?
that
So
is-
what's alcohol?
But
So
that
what's-
is, but you guys are
food.
saying, that weed is so good.
That's not
for
the
you.
topic. No.
No,
That's not.
you,
We're not
I
talking
know,
about
but that's what you said.
We're
That's
not.
what
No.
you said.
We're not
That's what
talking
you
about
and him said that
That's-
there is no
But we're not talking about that.
Actually,
we're not
yeah,
talking about
that is what I'm saying.
Weed
has
is
more benefits than
addictive.
anything.
You're saying it has benefits when you use it
It
the
has
right
more
way. When you
benefits.
use it the right way.
No.
When you're a
No.
pothead and you're smoking weed every day, and you cannot live your life if you don't smoke weed. I'm sorry, you're addicted to weed.
And
So what? Yeah.
What do you mean,
And
And?
and
Do you
I
know-
eat tons of food every day. I'm addicted to food. So
No,
Yeah.
no.
That is the same thing,
No.
actually.
Yes, it is.
Have you
Same
guys
thing.
met a person that's addicted to weed?
have I
Do you know
Of
how?
course.
Do you know how they talk to?
I've met people that's addicted to weed, that's addicted to alcohol, that's
Okay,
addicted to food.
but have
What's
you?
the difference between it?
They're not gonna hear what I have to
No,
say.
no,
so let's
shit,
just
no,
move
no,
on.
don't talk
Let's
to
move on. Let's move on.
Exactly.
You're not
Because
hearing
you're-
what I'm saying.
Because
though.
you're focusing
You're
on
not-
what's more addictive than
No,
what.
I'm not.
It's not about
I'm
that.
just trying to prove a point of what you guys
Yeah, and the
said.
point-
No, it's not about what we're the topic is bullying and peer pressure.
Okay,
First of
well,
all.
all right. Well, then you go. Move on.
All right.
If it's
well,
not what we're talking
okay,
about,
well,
then move on.
So going along with several different addictions and
Sorry?
being peer pressured and bullied, we had a situation at a university where they were what? Oh, they were all right. So they were doing this fraternity game. It's not a game, like an induction.
Don't tell me how to smile. Damn it.
All right.
Keep going.
So,
But you say you always smile when you.
Shut up, Dwayne.
well, I hope you have fun editing all this. 'Cause you gotta do it.
No, you guys.
I knew I'd get her to smile tonight.
Okay, go ahead.
So I don't even know the name of the school.
Anyway, on the next subject,
Penn State.
So at Penn State, they were doing some induction situation. This is a tradition. It's a tradition that they do at the school for the fraternity, and like apparently they get really drunk. So this one guy, he got so drunk that he fell down some stairs and he was unconscious, and the rest of the fraternity they didn't check on him enough. They checked on him. I guess they said that he was breathing, but they didn't take him to the hospital. And they said that he looked like he was in some pretty bad pain. So that's another example of.
Were
like,
they in?
No, they were probably drunk too.
Well, yeah, I mean, come on.
But there was one guy that was like, I don't know, he doesn't look too good. Like, we should take him to the hospital. And they were like, no, because what they do, even though this is tradition, it's still kind of illegal because I think there are minors that they're doing this with, that they're drinking with and everything. But this is their tradition. So like that brings up another question with like peer pressure. Like we can be peer pressured like by our family. Like even let's say I've heard of instances where a kid first turns 21 and their parents will get them drunk just so that they'll know how it feels, as an induction into adulthood. Sometimes we are peer pressured into things for a greater purpose that we don't understand, but the influences around us, they think they understand what we need, so they'll influence us into doing these type of things. Why are you looking at me crazy? I don't make sense. Does it make sense?
No,
You guys
just
think I'm-
Yeah, we are influenced selfishly, meaning by our parents. Because, say for instance, for the drinking thing, the parents of that child who they're going to be intoxicated, they're doing it just for themselves because maybe their parents did it to them.
Right.
Maybe, it goes on and it's like it becomes a family thing. But that is a type of peer pressure because that kid probably doesn't want to be drinking.
Even though it's like, you got to do this in order to get into our fraternity,
You
right?
gotta do it
And it's
for
like,
you.
you want to do it, so.
Yeah, just to prove a point or just to make your family happy or whatever. But
That's so stupid.
it does happen for you.
I would never do that.
it's like, y'all remember that TV show used to come on Spike TV, A Thousand Ways to Die? Right, and they did an episode where this Amish person, every teen person after they Amish person, they live in a certain lifestyle.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And they did an episode with him, Explore the World, and after he does that, he doesn't visit the world never again. So he got invited to a party, and he wasn't peer pressure, but he was just trying it. He was like he said to fit in, but he's going back home. So during the party, the Amish kid drank so much alcohol
Did he die?
that he died. Yes. He didn't die from the alcohol. He died from the alcohol, but he didn't die actually from the alcohol. He died from poison.
Yeah, because your body has never.
No. He died from poison because because the thing is not about your body. If you consume so much in your body, you can eat some food.
Overdose.
But it's saying they really saying he got poison more than overdose.
Alcohol poisoning.
Yes.
Right. But I'm just saying, but he's more his doctor's death certificate gonna say poison. But under it's gonna say alcohol, but it ain't gonna say overdose. It's gonna say he got poison more than the alcohol.
And that is so true because like I've met people that love to drink, and I know this one guy that he says he stops drinking when he drinks and he stops drinking to cleanse his body for like a month or two. When he starts drinking and he starts to get swollen from his face, and that's alcohol poison. Like you need to stop because you're not giving your body time to hydrate with water. It's just liquor.
So, I mean, is it like one cup or
I'm sorry.
yeah, I was asking like, you know, before his face gets swollen, was it like a one glass?
Yeah.
Oh,
As soon as he starts drinking
But that's not
beer.
poison, that's probably just allergic.
That's his react. That's how he
No,
reacts.
once your body is very intoxicated that you don't stop
That's why I asked
drinking.
if it was one glass. Well, that's, I mean, if it was one glass, that's not.
Yeah, he can't get drunk off one glass.
Oh no, he doesn't get drunk. He
It's
just
when he drinks
starts.
a lot.
Yes, that he starts to get redness on his face and it just starts to get swollen. That's because you have a lot of alcohol in your system and you need to stop. And once he stops, like for a month or two, and then he goes back to drinking, and then he's normal. Your body just needs to know how to detox.
That happened to me.
Hey, how was Miami?
How was your birthday? How
Your
was
birthday week and
Oh
everything?
yeah, I didn't see you guys. Birthday was okay. Got drunk, got really drunk for like.
Were you peer pressured?
I actually was, yeah, I was. But
Tell us all about it.
now I'm just really tired.
Oh, okay.
And Miami was okay. I saw my best friend graduate. That was the whole purpose of me going there. But I felt like the trip could have been better. I'm not really gonna go into details, but I definitely have to go back.
That's the story right there.
That is a big story. What do you mean it could have been better?
Well, for starters, my best friend is not like the turn up person. She more of a chill, lay in the house and just like not party.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then it was her family too. So it's her mom, her dad, her grandma, her sister.
So they was all chilling.
They were all chilling. Her family is like really uptight, like the opposite of my family. So it was like I was in a shell almost, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's pretty much was it.
Well, that's not gonna happen when we go to Vegas.
I know, I'm so seriously. But overall, I was really excited to see my best friend get a diploma. She got her bachelor's in accounting.
Nice.
I got somebody to do my money now.
Right? Free taxes.
Free taxes. Well,
I mean, I
thank
gotta
you,
go down Florida again.
Dwayne. Thank you so much for joining us. Miss Goddess, the Goddess is with us now.
And she looking beautiful today with her nice jewelry.
Thank
Mobile
you.
goddess.
Thank you. Thanks.
But Dwayne, thank you for joining us. Hope for you to stay a bit longer if possible. Thank you.
Welcome.
Moving on. Nettie, have you been peer pressured? Did we ask you that?
Y'all just asked that.
Have you been pressured throughout your when did
Like
you
in
start
high
it?
school?
Yeah, in high school.
No.
No.
In high school, like I really didn't care about stuff too much. I was really go to school, go home, that type of thing. So I wasn't even put in positions where I was like peer pressure.
You ever feel bullied in any type of way? You know, in any type of bullying. You know, it don't mean like somebody trying to fight you, like just pushing you into doing
Or
something.
have you been the bully? Damn, her smile's like yes.
So who is you bullying?
No,
How much money you take?
like in high
How much
school,
money
pretty much everybody. Well, I went to Kenwood, and Kenwood is like a small school, but it was like a lot of us, and like everybody was close, like everybody knew everybody. So pretty much I got along with everyone. So I wasn't the bully or never really got bullied.
You ever observed any bullying?
Oh, for sure.
Or were you ever noticing some bullying but you didn't say anything?
Yeah. Plenty of times. Like little stuff in high school, like somebody picking up somebody, saying little words, and sometimes you just gotta mind your business. So
You ever heard of the Blue Whale?
no.
Well, long story short, it's a game, a new challenge game that's targeted towards teenagers, and it basically they have to do it's a 50-day challenge, and each day they have to do a little something that's kind of
50-day challenge?
yeah, and it's kind of like everything that they do is kind of like self mutilation a little bit, because like on some of the days they have to cut themselves, and then they have to like cut their veins. Like they got to do a lot of different random weird things.
Did you hear of did you guys watch the show 13 Reasons?
Yeah, I know about it. Yeah.
Oh my God, I have not. They said it's so good. Is it?
But like my mom was watching something and she was saying that it was like a lot of controversy with the show. They don't really want to bring it back because they said the suicide rate actually went up.
Yeah.
So for you to tell me about the challenge, I'm like,
That's crazy.
Yeah, I heard that also. Like some groups were they were trying to stop it because it's even though it's making suicide more, it's spreading the awareness. But yeah, like you said, it's also making suicides go up.
yeah.
And just remember that when people want to try to commit suicide, they're not gonna tell you that they're gonna commit suicide. It just happens.
Right.
Yeah,
But
there's a lot of signs.
sometimes
There's a lot of signs, but they don't tell you.
Right. They don't.
but it's
Because a
some
lot of
kind
people
of
threaten, like, oh, if you don't do this, I'm gonna take my life. Like people that threaten you, don't do it. Like people that just stay quiet and you see the signs are most likely for them to commit suicide than a person that is telling you, oh, I'm gonna kill myself.
right.
That's how.
Even though I think on the show, like the girl like left a bunch of messages or something.
This is a really good show, yeah. After she killed herself though, that's when everybody heard the tapes that was sent for them.
But she set it up, right?
She did everything while like the stuff was happening.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
I need to
It's
see
actually
that.
a really deep show. It's good.
Things are
Yeah.
Okay.
It's on Netflix.
Well, thank you for joining us here with Friends Talk. Dwayne was actually here because he wanted to present something to Nettie in honor of her birthday, which was last week, right?
Yeah.
He brought you something, so that's why Dwayne is here. So Dwayne, come in.
I'm so glad you showed up, Megan. He was gonna break my heart. You said no, no, no. I promise you this for almost 6 months. Happy birthday. I didn't even look at the cake.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, it's from the
The ice pack.
no, yeah, the pickle. And she,
The pickle was blue.
my girlfriend like doing Kool-Aid and stuff. And her
Pickle?
Kool-Aid, no, Kool-Aid and she mixed it in with the Kool-Aid.
Wait, what?
No, you got Kool-Aid packs and stuff. She like to dip it and drink, eat it with the pickle.
She's pregnant.
That's
I've never heard of that
Some
before.
people eat peppermint with the pickle.
Yeah.
I just like pickles
Okay.
in general.
And plus it's a little different.
It's a little different.
And it was freshly made this morning for you.
Really?
Yes, that's why the
I
main
read about
reason.
It was freshly made this morning, guys.
That is very romantic.
That's very romantic.
How is it supposed to come up?
Oh, it melted.
I didn't know how.
Well, maybe you can be careful.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes, maybe be careful.
It looks nice though.
Yeah.
It
I
looks
didn't
very
know.
tasty.
Yeah.
Sorry about it, but if I would have
Yeah, maybe we
Yeah,
should.
it just so happened to be warm
You
today.
should take it out.
Maybe we should.
Shouldn't.
Yeah.
Cause do we have napkins?
I was rushing, trying to get
Yeah.
to it to pick it up.
Well, maybe we shouldn't open it because it's
Yeah.
really
So,
melted.
what's up with the forks and the plates and all that stuff?
Okay, I was rushing and I didn't have time. Nobody knew but me. I didn't tell none of my classmates, so.
I guess we can have a strawberry. Happy birthday, Daddy.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
So you got your ultimate birthday gift that you've been looking for,
I know, it's chocolate strawberry cake.
and she loved it so much.
It's really good.
Homemade.
That's dope.
See you guys till next week. Make sure you guys subscribe. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Remember to also follow us on Spreaker. That's Spreaker.com at Friends Talk. And you can follow us on Facebook on Friends-Talk. You can follow all of us on social media. Don't worry, I will be putting in all the little logos because we are so many. Thank you for coming.
You're welcome.
Dwayne, thank you for coming. Thank you for joining in,
You're welcome.
pitching in. Mr. Bobby Braceface, thank you for coming
Thank you,
as
Miss.
well.
You too, Miss Diva.
And as you can tell, we are always fighting. And thank you, Winslow, for the camera. Miss Nettie, thank you for coming too.
Thank you.
Happy birthday. Happy belated
Thank you.
birthday. Happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there.
Yeah, happy
Yeah.
Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day, Winslow.
Thank you.
We're like, okay. See you guys next week. Remember to tune in, subscribe on Facebook. Remember to always subscribe. And we will see you guys next week here on friendstalk.com.